Hey everybody, welcome back to my playthrough of Disney's Dreamlight Valley. Today, we are going to be focusing on our story quests. So, we are going to see Merlin. He has a quest called The Forgotten Relic. Dreamlight Valley seems to be falling apart at the seams. You need to find some way to reach the Forgotten and stop this. Perhaps Merlin has some ideas. We're going to track that. And we have to go to Mickey's house. Give me just 1 second.
Being here's almost as good as playtime.
Okay. Was there any more? It just cleared out the plaza, so I didn't think there would be more down here. No. Oh, I missed a couple up here. Alright. Let's go to Merlin's house.
I'm so happy, Eric.
Oh, we have to go to Mickey's house. What am I doing? Alright. So actually we do go back down here.
Well, what do you know?
Okay. Search Mickey's house to find something imbued with the Forgotten's dark magic. Well, that's kind of obvious. Okay, we have a book. Bring the Forgotten Storybook to Merlin. Now let's see. A book of fairy tales. Oh dear, it's positively saturated with dark magic. It must have been the Forgotten's once. There's no other explanation. We've got something that belonged to the Forgotten. What's next? I'm afraid for this enchantment, we'll need at least 3 more Forgotten relics just like this. Where do I find them? You must keep an eye out for more places where dark magic is seeping through into our world. They could be anywhere in the village. Some of the relics might be quite special, others more mundane, but they'll all have dark magic emanated from them, just like this one does. Got it. Find the relics, save the village. That's not all. We also must... sorry? We also must obtain the story behind each relic. Stories hold all magic... Wow. Apparently I can't read today. Stories hold a magic all their own, Ducky. Uncover the stories, and you'll be able to harness the magic. You must discover why these things were of such importance to the Forgotten. You found the first one in Mickey's house. Perhaps Mickey knows the story behind it. I'll look around the village and go talk to Mickey. Thanks, Merlin.
Never forget. Off with you now. Lots to do, lots to do.
Let's talk to Mickey.
William, I'm glad to see you.
Gosh, Ducky, things around the village aren't looking so good. Those cracks in the sky are pretty scary. Is there anything I can do to help? Maybe you can. Does this look familiar? A book of fairy tales? You betcha. That's been in my house for just about as long as I can remember. You think it once belonged to the Forgotten. Do you know the story behind it? Funny, now that you show it to me, I'm remembering everything. When you were just a little kid, we read this together. At first, I'd read it to you, and then one day, all of a sudden, you were old enough to read it to me. Oh, and sometimes, we just make up our own stories to go along with the pictures. I wish I could remember this. It's a pretty special book. Lots of stories about brave heroics and evil villains, and everything comes out right just in time for the happily ever after. Maybe we can read it together again someday. Oh, I'd love that. We haven't read together since...
Huh?
Hey, now that I think about it, the last time we read this together was right before the forgetting. But, gosh, that wasn't really you, was it? It was the Forgotten. They left the book with me. They seemed pretty mad. But I think deep down, they were really sad about something. Gee, I hope you can help the Forgotten out. Mickey, the storybook. The magic coming off of it is stronger than ever. You've done a lot to help. Now I'll do my part to try and to save the Forgotten.
Well, thanks, pal.
You're doing quite well.
Search for forgotten relics around the village. Okay, let's see what we can find.
This is truly the perfect place to live.
Okay, let's see. Ah, here we go. We found something. Now let's talk to Scar. Does it look like a picture of him?
There you are.
Ah, Ducky, just who I was thinking of. By my estimations, you're doing a rather poor job ruling over this valley. Why, it looks to me like the sky is falling in. Are you sure you wouldn't be happier with someone more cunning in charge? Nice try, Scar. I have no idea what you mean. But if you haven't come here to ask me to reign over the valley, then what do you want? I found something in your cave. I think it used to belong to the Forgotten. It might be the key to stopping the Forgotten's plans. Do you know the story behind it? No, I've never seen it before. Maybe the forgetting's gotten to you. Hardly. I recall far too much for that to have happened. Besides, why would I want to remember such a hideous, charmless image of me? Aha, so you admit it's a drawing of you? Please, Scar, this might be the only way to stop the Forgotten and save the valley. Fine, if I must. To ensure I have a kingdom left to rule over, then I'll tell you. And I suppose you are the closest thing I have to to someone I tolerate. You made this for me, Ducky, when you were just a cub. It hardly captures my likeness, but I admit I found it rather nice to receive a gift, even such a pitiful one. I've kept it ever since. Oh, he has a soft spot. Thanks, Scar. Your story might help me stop the Forgotten. Do have a bit of mercy for the Forgotten. Imagine what they must think, watching you ruling over all that the light touches while they are consigned to the shadows. I know all too well how that feels.
Sometimes life's not fair.
Right.
Best remember that.
2 more. Oh no, I'm out of juice. Alright. Oh, what's this? A blanket. Where is Olaf then? Over here.
Oh, over here! Hi, it's me, Olaf.
Ducky, I'm so glad you're here. I don't want to alarm you, but I noticed that the village seems to be, broken. The sky looks angry. Unfortunately, my arms aren't long enough to give it a hug. I was hoping you could help me with all that. Me? Oh, I love to help.
Huh?
Wait, how am I supposed to help? I found a blanket in the secret chamber. I think it used to belong to the Forgotten. Do you know anything about it? Gasp! The fuzzy, cuddly blanket. You found it. Hooray! But I don't know too much about it. Oh, but I do know who might. Elsa. I remember it from her room at the castle. Of course, she doesn't get cold, but I think she just likes being cozy sometimes. She has to know the story behind the blanket. Thanks, Olaf. I guess I'll have to go talk to Elsa if we're to have any hope of stopping the Forgotten. And in the meantime, I'll just find and categorize all the different kinds of rocks in the village. Great plan. I thought so.
Huh?
I'm calling it controlling what I can when things feel out of control.
Well, I guess that's it.
Okay? She's coming down this way.
Perhaps we could do something together.
So this way's fine. Silky, I've seen what's going on in the sky over the village. If there's any way I can help, you only have to ask. Just keep being you, Elsa. That's all the help we need.
Oh,
That's nice of you to say, but I can't stand by and watch the village become apart around us. Well, I know there's one way you can definitely help. Take a look at this. Does it look familiar? Oh, it does look familiar, from a long time ago. We think it belonged to the Forgotten. We need to know the story behind it. It's funny, just a second ago, it was like my memories of this were covered over by a mist. But then, I looked at you, and I thought of our friendship, and the adventures we've gone on together, and I remembered. I gave this to you. You were just a child then. You wanted to explore the ice cavern with me. But it was so cold in there, so I brought you my favorite blanket from home. And when the Forgotten split off, well, I guess they held on to it until they dropped it in the secret chamber. I wish I could remember this, but I guess the Forgotten has some of those memories.
oh.
Well, I hope you can help pull the Forgotten back from the edge before it's too late. If you do manage to bring them back, well, maybe I can talk with them. I know what it's like to go too far. Thanks, Elsa. That's all I need for now. The magic coming off of the blanket seems stronger already.
That was fun.
Alright, back to our hunt. Oh, here we go. Beach toys. Right, where is Ursula? That's always a good question. Checking bodies of water.
Come here, my child.
Oh, it's you, Angelfish. Angelfish, have you finally come to ask for my help dealing with all that trouble in the sky? It's about time. You're right, I do need your help. Take a look. What is this rubble you're handing me? If you're looking to trade, you'll need to find something far better than all this. I found those beach toys in the same cave that I freed you from. I think they used to belong to the Forgotten. Do you remember them? These might be the key to saving Dreamlight Valley. Now that you mention it, they do look a tad familiar. I'll tell you about them, and all it'll cost you is a simple commendation. I hear everyone else around here are receiving them. Don't I deserve some accolades too? Nobody's better at making deals. And don't you forget it, I always come out on top. Now then, those trinkets. You used to play with them as a child. You and Moana. Moana, of course. I'll go talk to Moana. And Ducky, when you find the Forgotten and stop this little scheme, tell them to come see me. I can teach them a thing or two about getting what they want.
Oh, Angelfish, we need to talk.
Okay, now we go see Moana. I think she might have been in one of the shops. There she goes.
Over here!
Don't dance, I want to talk. Hey, Moana, I've got something I need you to look at.
Hey!
Sure, Ducky. Oh, what are these? Toys? Are you sure you want to play in the sand? Shouldn't you be saving the valley? Why not both? Okay. Really though, I'm here to ask you about these. I think they used to belong to the Forgotten. I was hoping you might remember them. They do look familiar, but it's like the fog's rolled in over my memories of them. Focus on your memories of me. Just think of all the memories we've made together since you've come back to the village. Oh, that is so strange. The moment you said that, it's like the fog lifted. I do remember these. You and I used to play with them when you were just a little kid. It reminded me of when I was small and played in the sand with my grandma Tala. How did they wind up in that cave? Well, one day I asked you if you wanted to play, and it was like you couldn't hear me, as if you were really far away. That wasn't you anymore, was it? It was the Forgotten. They threw these toys away in the cave and ran off. I was confused and pretty sad. It wasn't like you to do something like that. Maybe not, but the Forgotten is a part of me. That kid who played on the beach with you, that part of me is in there somewhere.
Oh.
Well, you were an amazing kid. If that's the part of you that became the Forgotten, I hope there's still some way to save them.
Oh well. No sailing today.
Okay. Finally found them all. Okay, there goes Merlin.
Hey, over here.
Give.
Well, hello.
Bravo, you found enough forgotten relics for us to proceed with the enchantment. The magic coming off of them is stronger than anything the Forgotten left behind. And it's story magic, of that I'm certain. We mustn't tarry a moment longer. Are you ready to pass through and explore the Dark Castle? I've never been more ready. Confidence. That's exactly what you'll need, Ducky. With confidence, I know you can face any challenge. You've learned a great deal since that first day you returned to the valley. That seems so long ago. To you, to me, it seems as though I've barely blinked my eyes, and yet so much time has passed. You've become the ruler that Dreamlight Valley needs. Look around at all you've done, all of the friends you've brought back. Ducky, I'm proud of you. Now follow me, and let's set the world right before I devolve into unbearable sentiment.
Thank you. You're very kind.
If Elsa's here, then I'm here. We're kind of a package deal.
What are we doing, bud? Okay. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave this episode right here, and we will continue with the Dark Castle quest in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to press that like button and subscribe to the channel so that way you'll be notified when I post new content. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.